RSI Aurora just got a super good update, so in this video, I want to take a look at it. We're going to give it a tour, see what's new, and we'll do a couple of missions to test out the combat, and maybe we get some loot along the way. Let's see what it can do. I did upgrade my Aurora just a little bit. Here you can see I've got 4 weapons and some upgraded components. I've been flying with it just a little bit to test it out. But as you can see, it has buttons now where you can open and close the doors with it. So pretty decent. The servers are pretty laggy, so it takes a long time for it to respond. You can see, very nice. You actually get buttons now that you can press to open up everything. It also comes with components now. You can open up the components right here. You can see I press the button and it will basically open here on the sides. Just give it a minute. There we go. I believe that's the coolers. So pretty neat. There's a bunch of them. You can see here at the back also more components, shield access. All of them is along the wing strip here. Even on the other side, there's more. Go down here. You'll see here we get more component access. If we press the button, here we go. Here's all the fuses and so forth. Pretty decent. 2 fuses in there. So if you need to replace them, they're right there. So super good. Same on the other side. All of the components is right here. There's also more components on the roof. I'll show you in a minute once we enter the ship. But let's quickly head inside. Then we can take a look. Also, don't forget about the cargo. It can hold about 3 SEUs. Seems like it did fix the cargo grid a little bit more. It used to be super difficult to get cargo in here, but now it looks like it's a little bit more efficient. Let's head inside here. Nice little steps. It seems like they also improved it, so pretty decent. Let's see how smooth this is. You no longer have to jump, so pretty decent. Let's close it up. We've got our fire extinguisher, and we also have our bed still with some inventory. Let's open up, see how big it is. Almost 1 ACU. It does come with some components here and there to fix up your ship, but all ships have that at the moment. Let's slide down and have a look how it looks like when we're down and inside. A little bit of an animation though. Okay, a little bit cramped, I guess. Let's look around. There's the get up button. See, there's some windows here as well. Can we log out? And we definitely can. So, not too crazy. Just a little bit. Actually very nice if you just want to log out and end your day here. Let's take a look at the cockpit. I believe they updated it a little bit as well. Let me just get out of here. A little bit slow though. Hopefully you're not in trouble while you need to get out of there. Let's enter the seat here and have a look at the new update. I believe they removed a lot of the screens. You used to have quite a bit, but now we only get 2 big ones. Maybe that's a bit of a loss since we don't have that much screens anymore. But this is basically how it looks. Let's take a look at the exterior here. So for the exterior, feel like they also updated it just a little bit. Let me open up all components and doors. There we go. Finally managed to open them. You can see here at the top also more components. I believe that's a quantum drive and maybe power supply. So quantum drive and power plant is at the top here. And here you can see the rest of the components along the spine. So pretty decent. I did equip some weapons as well. So we've got 2 extra weapons than the default. Overall, I'm very pleased with all the components. Let's go do a combat mission just to see how the ship feels and how decent the cockpit is. I don't have the craziest missions. Here you can see is ship under attack, yellow. Let's see what this little ship can do. Hopefully we can arrive in time and help. This mission might be a little bit more than we can handle. We only have a smaller ship, but at least we get something that we can shoot at. You can see there's a terrapin. Let me just see what can we find here. Also, Laratana. Let's see if we can take them out. Maybe I do the interdiction ship first here. I did go with CF repeaters. just so that we don't run out of ammo. Let's see what we can do here. Pretty decent. We don't have the biggest weapons, but the handling seems pretty decent. I always enjoyed the little Aurora, just because it feels so good in the cockpit, and you don't really notice that you're a starter ship for the most part. Just get out of this guy's way here. I'm going to try and sit on the belly and finish it off. We don't have the craziest damage, only size 1 right, but we can still do quite a bit of damage because we've got 4 weapons. It's pretty decent. Almost got this one here. I have no idea if that guy is going to survive though. Taking pretty long to kill this mantis. Hopefully get it down. This boost here. The server is quite laggy as well, so a little bit difficult. You can see the shot is not hitting, but I believe they might be disabled. Let's try a little bit better here. Seems like the freelancer not doing so good. Let's get the Tana. Hopefully we can burst this little thing before things go too crazy. Boosting. Don't have the craziest turn rate as well, but so far combat feels pretty decent. You can definitely do quite a bit of work with this if you know how to fly. I'm not doing crazy maneuvers, I'm just trying to hit my target. Not really getting hit at all. Probably focusing on the freelancer. Pretty sure I'm gonna fail this mission just because it's a little bit crazy for a smaller ship, and I have no idea how long that freelancer can last. But I wanted to taste the combat just a little bit here to see how it does. So far pretty decent though, not having any trouble. I'm pretty sure if you don't have to protect a target, you can easily do a couple of missions. I think the Tana is basically dead there. Let's try and kill the other ships here. That's a terrapin. We're not going to kill that thing first. Another mantis. So far no shield damage though, but like I said, the servers are super crazy at the moment, so even if they did hit us, we probably wouldn't notice much. But you can definitely do a couple of combat missions, especially once you get the hang of it. Being almost disabled probably, because I don't really see it moving much. Yeah, its signature is dropping, so it is basically disabled. We finally completed the mission. There's even flying a few ships around us still, the 2 terrapins. Couldn't kill them quite with the smaller ship, but we did manage to complete the mission. We just took care of the smaller ships and we were decent. Let's head over to another mission that we can haul some cargo just to test out the cargo grade as well. Hopefully there's some decent missions. Let's go see. For our cargo hauling mission, I'm gonna go to hauling here. Here you can find a nice little mission here. Here you can see 1 SCU containers. We can only hold 1 SCU containers, but only 3 SCUs in total, and we need to deliver about 6, so basically 2 trips. Let's try out this mission. Unfortunately, we can't get one, but only 3, so we will need to take this one. Let's accept it and go pick up the cargo. Here we go, we're at the station. Let's quickly pick everything up. We're at that hangar here. I'm just gonna land so that we can get some cargo. I'm just gonna send all the cargo up just so that we can see what we can fit on the cargo grid here. I'll even try throwing it in the back here. In the middle, we'll see though. If this was an Avenger Titan, we could only do 1 trip, but I believe we might have to do multiple just because we don't have enough space. Here's our first order box. Let's quickly snap it and see how easy it is. Definitely way easier than before. It's quickly gonna fill everything up, and then we can try and maneuver some boxes into the cockpit. Our grid is full here. You can see 3 SCUs, not a whole bunch, but at least something. Maybe if you just want to loot a couple of ship weapons, you can also snap them on there. But let's try and fit this thing in the cockpit here. I bet it can't even fit through the door, but we'll still try. Okay, it definitely can't fit through here, so no need to worry about it. We'll just do 2 trips. Just gonna keep it safe by sending it down. Let's go deliver. Here is our deliver location. I'm quickly gonna land just on a pad here on the sides so that I can throw the boxes down the elevator. I'm gonna go in here. Should be pretty decent. Don't seem like there's anybody here though. So I can just crawl in here. Get my landing gear out. Nice. It is an NPC though. We don't want to hit it. There we go. Let's get out. Here's our first box. Very easy to detach. Just gonna throw it on here. Our second. So pretty fast. And here is our last one. Not ideal that we can't carry 6, but this is a little starter. You're gonna suffer a little bit. Let me send everything down. Seems like there's a human blocking my way here. I have no idea how to get this guy off. Finally, they have moved. Lucky for us. Let's see if we can send it down now. There we go. 3 ACUs delivered. We still need to go get the other 3. I'll quickly go do that. Managed to stack the other 3 boxes at the back here as well. So far, pretty decent. No trouble at all. I'm going to deliver and then give you my final thoughts on the new Aurora. Here we go. We're back at the distribution center. I'm gonna land and unload the final 3 boxes. Here we go. Our final boxes, pretty decent. Should complete the mission here. And there we go. Mission completed. It took a minute because of the laggy servers, but we did manage. I definitely think if you want the cheapest ship around, the Aurora is a very good starting point, just because you can do a little bit of combat, a little bit of cargo, so very nice. Plus you get the bed to lock out in and some storage here as well. So overall, if I had to start over for a very cheap price, I'll definitely choose this ship over some of the others. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.